All right, Mike Heck here. Question of the week time here on MMAfighting.com. Hope everybody is staying warm. I'm doing my best, but we're coming off of UFC 324, heading into UFC 325, and you can submit your questions as always over on the feed at MMAfighting.com. Question this week comes from CX9, who asks, Mike, I know the trade-off for no pay-per-view costs to fans is we lose fighter walkouts and corner work between rounds for most fights, but I just saw New York Rick suggest bundling those commercials in between fights, so we end up with a much longer broadcast, but also get to see all the walkouts and corner work. Sign me up 100%, but what do you think? Shout out to Eric, he's the man. And if you're somebody that needs to see every single walkout and listen to all the cornering between rounds, this is a very good idea. But if the trade-off is it's a much longer broadcast, that we get a 9 p.m. Eastern main card and it doesn't end until 1:30 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, then that is a hard pass for me. These cards are long enough as it is, and maybe the thing I enjoyed the most about this new UFC Paramount deal were the earlier start times. And folks, the ads, no matter what tier of purchase you buy, you're gonna see them. That's the cost of this new deal. And I agree with Dana White here. You're paying 90% less per month to watch the product than you were a year ago in the United States. So this is a great trade-off to me. Now here is where the UFC could add some value and make some things happen on their own. Because as you know, social media is a super important thing for the UFC and for Dana White, right? What if they did Instagram lives for all of the main card walkouts that you don't get to see? That way, if you really want to see the live walkouts, especially during the main card, you can, but just in a little bit of a different setting. And maybe they could do the corner cams too, but that's asking a lot. It really is. But maybe they could provide a highlight video of corner cams on YouTube the next day. Or if anything memorable happens in a corner, the fighter's down 2 rounds and a coach is just really laying into their fighter, maybe they could play it on the corner of the broadcast at the start of the rounds, coming out of a break. I know it's a little tough because if you're playing that and a huge moment happens, someone just gets dropped or something, you have to pivot. I think that's something they could incorporate into it as well. But we'll see what kind of changes they make this weekend for UFC 325 and moving forward. But listen, I do understand why people want to see these things because it's what we've seen for the past several years. We like that stuff. But for me, I would rather see the broadcast be tight and maybe add some of that flavor in other places, and then we can make everybody happy. But thank you for the question. Let me know what you think. Back next week. Enjoy the fights, everybody.